What's going on, YouTube? So, as you can see, we're gracious enough to receive another item from Hansshow, one of our longtime partners in this channel, and we're grateful for them always sending us these new things to try out, show you guys on YouTube and whatnot. This time, it's a Model 3Y Ultra Mini screen display. Now, this one is a little different, and the reason being is because it supports CarPlay. I'm not sure about Android Auto. It might, but it definitely supports CarPlay. That's awesome because most time the CarPlay screens attach up here, they're large, it blocks the air and whatnot. This one is the mini screen, so it just replaces this pretty easy. I have the Intel chip. I have the Ryzen chip, not the Intel, apologies. My wife has the Intel chip, so a little different install. Mine goes down over here, so this install is going to be solely for the Ryzen model, which I've done a bunch to, a bunch of these screens. So let's go ahead and open it up accordingly. As you can see, as always, Hansshow goes in and definitely gives us some material to read, whatnot, how to use it, how to install, QR code. Go ahead if you want to take a look at it, pause, clip, do what you got to do, pluck and file as accordingly. Next, let's get into the goods. Hansshow actually is sending us a glove this time. Pretty sweet. I'm actually interested to see what kind of glove it is, actually, to see the material. They went out their way. And it's built in there like Fort Knox. Let's see how to open it with two hands. And look, it's now open because I used two hands. Actually comes with two gloves. Super nice. Okay, it's a nice touch. That Hansshow branded, as you can see. Not a bad thing. I've yet to receive anything that's been branded Hansshow glove-wise. Received one glove for doing things, but nothing like that. So that's kind of cool. Then next, of course, wires and whatnot, so on and so forth. Comes with everything, which is cool, that you really need. Let's go ahead and dive in. Comes with, as we can see, a bunch of wires. These wires are separated. One for Intel, I believe that's the Intel model. One for the Ryzen model. I believe this is that one right here. Instrument old power. We'll go ahead and look through those accordingly after. Could have them mixed up backwards, but we'll find it out once we start installing. Spudger, always good to have. Have about 4 million of those because they come with everything. Next, we have camera module, because it does have a front camera or rear camera. Wherever you want to put the camera, actually, you can put it. They say the front. I'm not going to put the camera. I have no use for it, but pretty cool to have nonetheless. And then, of course, we have the actual camera module. So, pretty sweet. I'll go ahead and break it open and show you what it looks like. And that's the camera. It does screw in, it appears, to the top of your bumper or whatnot. I'm in a state where you're a Nazi if you don't use your front plate. So I'm not going to install this plate. I'm not going to install this camera at all because this would block it. If I did, I'd have to do it off to the side. That would be kind of counterproductive in my mind, so I'm just not going to even bother. I've lived so far without it. I have a rear camera. I'm good. So now to the bread and butter of the situation. Here is the unit. So let's go ahead and unbag this and show you what it looks like. So here is the unit. As you can see, it's just a plug and play. Only thing different is you need to go ahead and install that little leatherette back guard that you see right back here from your OEM version, and then it's a few clips. Very easy, done it a million times. But as you can see, this one has speakers. So I'm interested to see how, I guess it's one speaker and then, just a port so it looks, the same, I guess. I'm not sure. But as you can see, There's only one speaker, but that's good enough. See what it looks, see what it sounds like. I like to, with most of these units, backtracking, we have it up on the screen. We got to hook up the Bluetooth to hear the CarPlay, where here, we could probably be playing our music and hear the CarPlay say we have directions going on through Google or whatnot. That'd be pretty cool. So interested to see how that works. Well, let's get to it. Let's start installing. First things first, we have to remove this piece up here, the dash piece. Super easy, done it a million times. Let's do it again. All right, so to pop this off, we first have to remove this panel. We have to remove that panel, which is extremely easy. I popped mine off a million times. Mine will come off pretty easy comparison to yours because, again, I've done this so many times. And as I say that, it's giving me a little bit of trouble, but as you see, boom, pops real easy. Go ahead and remove, place up here accordingly. Your spudger falls. This one's super easy to get. You just reach in there, pull down, and it slides in right there, like accordingly. Right here, only clip is right here. Make sure that clip is in there, that white piece, and go ahead and just do the other side, and then we can pop this right off. All right, we got everything popped and ready to go. And I didn't say this earlier. If you have this, I would go ahead and just lift it off. I didn't put mine with the 3M material, or I should say the sticky double-sided tape, just because I didn't want it to be there forever, and it fits in pretty good without it, so why even do it? But that being said, you might want to lift up on that. So this is real easy to, you just pull up after doing this side as well. Just pull up and then run down accordingly. It'll take 2 hands, and then just go ahead and lift out. Lift from like here and then out, kind of up this way, and it'll come out accordingly. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, so we removed this piece very easy. It's just that one clip that we showed. A few clips down here that just pull out, comes down to here with the lining or whatnot. So just put that off to the side. Next one is this one last clip right here. You can sometimes do it right with your fingernail, but that kind of hurts, so I'm not going to do it again. So easy enough. Take the small end of the spudger, go ahead and stick it in there, kind of lift, and it'll pull right out. Easy enough. Tesla makes these clips super easy to do. Then we just want to go ahead, lift down here, and what you'll be looking for is this blue tab right here. All right, so we're semi back to OEM status. I've gotten rid of my old wire, connected back this one, which that's an OEM connection. Don't need to do anything with this. What we need is to plug into the blue down here with the AMD wire. I have this jumper you see that comes from Hansshow. You can get on their website as well. Really good thing to have if you have multiple applications or whatnot, but if not, you can just use this as well. So what I'm going to do is plug into an open port. Then what we're going to do is going to route all the way up here, tape down the wire, which then has to come down through here, come into the back of here, and it jumps off of the charging mechanism right here with another connection, which happens to be right here. It has a jumper, and we'll just go ahead and jump off that. So it's not that bad. This actually comes out extremely easily. I'll show you how to do it. Let me go ahead and plug that in, route it up here, get it taped down so it doesn't wiggle, and get things going accordingly. Here we go. All right, so we have it masking tape down pretty well, so it won't vibrate or wiggle around. That being said, it does have some great fabric across this wire, so I don't think it could clang a little bit, but I don't think too bad. So go ahead and run that accordingly from there. Next, we're gonna have to pop off this, replace it with the new one over here, popping it that leatherette area on there. Very easy to do. And then we're gonna pop this whole thing off as well. And then we're gonna route it to that charging mechanism. So let's get going. Pro tip, to pop this off, I suggest taking this little bit in here, putting it right about here, and then just kind of ripping it up. I've done this many times, so it'll be easier, but you'll feel like you're gonna break it. You're not. Just go ahead and do it, and then come over to the other side once it's up. Do the same thing, reach it under there. You'll feel like you're gonna break it, you're not. Boom. No scratches, no nothing. Comes out perfectly. Pro tip. So next, we've got that all pretty much set up, and the next thing we have to do is go ahead and get rid of this. So what we do is we come in here and we kind of reach under here and pop these sides out, going all the way down, all the way over here, and then this will be able to be lifted out very easily. Let me go ahead and pop them. You can hear them popping. Just doing this by hand. Let me get this side going. You hear it popping? Sounds like it's breaking. It's not. Go ahead and lift up. And this whole saddle will come out easily. Let me go ahead and start to move it. See? I'm doing this one-handed, by the way. One last clip up there. And this whole part comes out. I'm going to need 2 hands for this. But I wanted to show you. That's where the charging mechanism is. We're just going to pop that off. Go ahead and ride off of it. Be good to go. Alright, so as you can see, I've removed the saddle and unclipped the piece for this connection, which this is going to jump right off of. So what we do is we'll plug this into here and then plug this one back into the saddle, which has the charging mechanism, and it all should work wonderfully. Note, tuck this all way back there after. I'm going to route this down through here, easily coming up through here, and it should work out beautifully. So I'm going to do some cable management as well, but go ahead and make sure you find the best way that works for you to do that as well. All right, let's do it. All right, so we have it all routed accordingly. What I did is I went down under here. You can see the wire right there. Pulled it through, which this little thing can, this little area right here can just lay over. You'll never even notice it. Go down here. I went underneath here, this little area, route it behind the pedal up towards so it doesn't wrap around. Test the pedal accordingly. Works fine. And then made it extremely tight up here so it has nothing to worry about going through. So that should work out. Let's go ahead and tidy things up. See how it works. Go from there. Everything is just reverse. Very easy to do. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, so we've got everything all tidied up. As you can see, everything works. I did check my phone on the charge pads. It's charging perfectly. No worries there. Best yet, I do have CarPlay right in front of me, as you can see. Very responsive. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I do like it. Versus the one that goes to the browser, kind of clunky. Don't really like it. This does have a speaker as well, which I will be showing in a minute. But just to show some of the features, here is the UI I'm digging the most right here. We'll go ahead and take a peek at it in dark mode, which getting to all these settings, you just slide over on the unit from the right to left over here. Let's go ahead and change the UI around. Display, theme, dark. Let's do dark mode, slide over. There's dark mode for this one. As you can see, it doesn't show the tire pressure at all because we are not rolling yet. It does show it as being 1:16 a.m., which is incorrect. It is 1:16. Oh, let me get focused in. 1:16 p.m. 73 degrees out, nice in Rhode Island. 35 miles per hour on my road. It knows it. Nice. 122 miles after 42%. Pretty cool. So let's slide back over. We'll go ahead and go to display again, and we'll go ahead to bright or auto, which is daytime. It only has 2 UIs. Here's the first one. Same as pretty much stock Tesla, which, you know, why bother if you're going to do it that way? So I'm going to go ahead and slide back over, go to settings, go to display, change my UI to the one I want, and then I will go back into the system. And here is where you change everything from miles to kilometers hour, 12 hour, or 24, tire pressure, if you want PSI or whatnot, your time zone, which I'm going to have to go ahead and manipulate. Not sure what CAN is. Not quite sure what that is. Figure that out later. Temperature, Fahrenheit, obviously language, English. My car is metallic silver, so go ahead and keep that. Over here is the CarLink. Does support Android Auto as well. If you want Android Auto, you can go over here to Auto, and that's Android Auto. Volume, music volume, call volume. Go ahead. I'm going to put it at 8 just to see what it's like for that. Display is full screen. Reboot now. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not sure what full screen is versus it. I'll go ahead and check that out later. Camera, do not have it hooked up. So it is what it is there. Not using it. Version, go ahead and shows what's going on there. Very simple, easy to use. Biggest thing that you're going to have to change is go in here and change these as you want. But other than that, you want to go ahead, you can flip the top one. That'll just be the regular UI. If you want to use CarPlay, you're going to have to go into here. Go ahead and set it all up. Swipe right. Go ahead and hit the CarPlay icon, Android Auto icon, whatever is there. And then go ahead and it's in there as it is. So go into Maps. Tells me how far it is from Walmart, which is nice. Let's see what else is in here. We can go to Books. Go to our settings. Go ahead. Always dark is what I like. So, like I said, super responsive swiping. Can't wait to see what it sounds like with music playing, which is what I'm going to do next. But so far, so good. Is it blocking any of the air? Yes and no. I feel the air. Do I feel it strong? I'm blowing pretty strong right here. Kid show. Didn't mean it like that, but yeah, it's blowing pretty strong, and I do feel it, so I don't think it's going to be blocking much. It's going to work perfectly. So, let's go ahead and take a little ride, see what's what. I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch. I'm going to go ahead and hit a destination in, go to that place, tape it while we're going, see what it sounds like. Let's do this. So after playing around with this device for a little bit, I did find a setting in here where you can go ahead and make it 100% CarPlay, and that's what will be on the screen, which is what I'm going to use this for. Almost has that Rivian look to it, which is kind of nice. I like how the dark matte screen is right in front of me, whether I'm using it or not. Pretty cool. Think I'm going to ride with that. What do you guys think? Do you like it with just CarPlay? Very responsive too. Like I said, we can go ahead and scoot through things. Very nicely done. Love it. I'm going to go ahead and hit charge point, see what it comes up with, because I have a charge point near me. Go ahead and see what stations come up. And it does say DC is available, fast charging. I do like that. So maybe we'll hit details, see what happens. DC fast charging. Let's navigate to it. Comes right up in the maps. Go ahead and hit go.
Starting route to Main Street. You can ask Siri to report any crashes or hazards you see along the way. Proceed to Main Street, then turn left.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to my local DC fast charger and get to charging. Literally took me 2 seconds. Went into the settings right here. Went into appearance, which is set to always dark. And then down here, there's a button for always show maps dark. So that's awesome. Works with Google as well, too. So let's see how it looks with Apple Maps. There's Apple Maps, always in dark mode as well, too. So that works out well. So coming back to over here, let me go to regular mode. As I was stating, left blinker, right blinker, pretty sweet. Shows my PSI now, shows my motor power, max 55, current is 0, current trip. Pretty useful little device right here. I do like it. Looks really good, OEM style. It's the perfect size to see right through. If you have the steering wheel, if you have a yoke, it's even better. I don't know, I'm liking it. What are you guys' thoughts? Gonna go ahead and end this here, and maybe we'll hook up that camera at some point, but until then, not so much. If we wanted to use the camera, we'd go right here and you could have that camera. As you see, it says no signal. So we're just going to go back to what we were using as CarPlay and also over on the regular display. So pretty dope. Like it. Again, please share this content. Give a big, huge thanks to Hansshow for sending this over. Please use code JTheDev at checkout. Save some money on your entire cart, not just for this unit, but everything in here, including this up here, nice Alcantara dash cover, which is amazing as well. So go ahead, head over there, use code JTheDev, save some money. Tell them Jay sent you, and have a good one. Until the next time, see ya.